Hi, welcome to week 2 of remote learning. This week, you're going to have an instructional video to go with your math assignment on Study Island. This week, as you can see from the title and hopefully from what you read in your Google Classroom post, you're focusing on rounding decimals. Rounding is a very important skill. It's usually associated with estimation and approximation, meaning that you're going to take a very exact number and then change it so it's not as exact, but you're giving sort of an idea of the number. In real life, you might use this for things like dealing with money, giving a measurement, or giving a head count. When you're rounding decimals, it's very important to be familiar with place value. So if you look at this number that I have written here on the whiteboard, I would pronounce this as 3,245 and 6,273 ten-thousandths. The numbers in front of the decimal are whole number value. The numbers behind the decimal are partial value, very similar to a fraction. All the place value names of your decimal places end in THS, just like the way you would say a fraction. If I was talking about 6 out of 10, I would pronounce it as 6/10. That's the same way that I would pronounce 0.6, 6/10. Aside from place value, you also need to know the rule of rounding. And that is that if you're looking at a number to decide how to round, if that number is in the range of 1 to 4, your value stays the same. If the number is in the range of 5 through 9, we say change the name, but really it means round up. So let me give you an example. If I were to look at the number 16 and 43 hundredths, I'm just going to randomly decide that I want to round to the ones place. And I'll make the decimal a little easier to see. There we go. So if I want to round to the ones place, this is the number that I have to decide what to do with it. However, the thing that tells me what to do is the number right behind it. So I have to figure out, is the 6 going to stay the same or will I change the name? In order to make my decision, I look at the 4 behind it and I have to decide which range is it in. Is it in 1 through 4 or is it in 5 through 9? It's a 4, so it's in the 1 through 4 range and it's going to stay the same. But that's not talking about the 4. That's talking about the 6, the place value where I'm supposed to round to. So if it's telling me to stay the same, I'm really going to say it's 16.00. And the zeros could extend forever. I don't need them at all, actually, so I would really just say 16. Another time that you're going to have to round in life, and I mentioned it briefly a few moments ago, is when you're dealing with money. If I'm dealing with money, I can only have 2 decimal places. So if I had $100, and let's just say I wanted to divide by 3, you see that I get an infinitely repeating decimal, 33.33333333. So I'm going to have my 33, and we would really say 0.3 repeating, and it would look like that. But for the sake of rounding, I'm just going to write in some of those extra 3s. Now we know money only goes to the 100th place, which is right here. That means this is what I have to decide what happens to it. And the number right behind it is where I have to decide what it tells me to do. Now this 3 is in the 1 to 4 range again. So it's telling me stay the same. And my answer would be 33.33. And that would be it. One last example, and then you're going to go do your work. If I had the number 4.09, I would pronounce that 4 and 9 hundredths. And let's just say I wanted to round to the 10ths place. This is what I have to decide what to do to the number, but the 9 is going to tell me what to do. So the 4 isn't going to change because there's nothing happening over here. So I'm just going to write 4 point, and then I'm going to figure out, will it stay the same or do I change the name? 9 tells me that it's in the 5 to 9 range, change the name. So I round up and it becomes 4.1. When you go in Study Island, you're going to review the lesson and it's going to show you some of the same information. Good luck and try your best.